Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. In today's video, I'm going to talk about student exchange program. Essentially answering things like what really is a student exchange program, how do you get selected for the same, and then talking about expenses and my own experiences in the student exchange program. For everyone who is new, I am Chavi Gupta. I'm an IIT Delhi and IIM Ahmedabad alum, and I was also the CAT 2017 100 percentiler. I'm working as a product manager with an exciting startup right now, and I've also worked as a consultant for a few years. I have also been an online mentor since the past 2 years, and you can see all of my videos in different quick guidance videos and other playlists on the channel. So let's just get started with explaining what really is a student exchange program. So student exchange program essentially happens when people go from one university to another university for around a term. Essentially you can call the university where people go from the home university and they go to a host university. Why it happens is that these two universities generally have a collaboration wherein they allow students from each other to visit the other university for around a term. Now specifically in MBA, this happens for 3 months because that is the duration of one term. I have also seen student exchange program happening in IITs, and over there it's around 6 months because that is the duration of a semester. That is what in essence is a student exchange program. There are also other types of exchange programs, for example dual degree or SEMS program that is sort of dual degree in IIM Calcutta. Different institutes, different universities, because they have different sort of collaborations everywhere, they have different program names and hence different durations and different requirements for the same as well. Right now the different countries I have seen India collaborating with for an exchange program there are places in Europe, there are places in North America, Canada, US, Southeast Asia and even Eastern Asia. So there are a lot of different universities that you can choose from once you are eligible for the same to go for the student exchange program. In SEMS or in dual degree program, what happens is that you go for longer than one term. So in dual degree you go for 2 terms to the host university. The requirements over there are slightly different, and basically you have to complete a thesis and you probably have to do lot more courses than what is required for one term. Essentially when you go for a one term student exchange program, your grades do not get counted in your CGPA. So you just have to basically pass the courses that you are taking there, and depending on the host university you can have options of having low attendance, no attendance, or you can choose whichever type of courses you are taking. So these are all the different aspects of a student exchange program. Moving on to the second question of how do you get selected for a student exchange program? Well, what happens is that different colleges definitely have their own criteria, but essentially a significant part of the criteria is your academic performance. So based on your CGPA, you will get rankings out of how many people, they will select how many people do want to go to exchange, they will apply for the same. Then those students will get a ranking, and the first ranker will get to choose out of all the universities that are there for the student exchange, and then so on. So it's mostly like that, but in IIM Ahmedabad particularly it was 70% weightage of academics and 30% weightage of extracurricular activities, what clubs you have taken part in, etc, etc. So it was a combination there, but in IIM Calcutta, IIT Delhi, I've generally seen that it is just on the basis of academics. So what your score is there in that particular college where you're studying, that will sort of decide what your ranking is in the exchange list, and based on that you can choose your preference and choose the college of your own preference. So that is how it generally works. However, there might be different selection criteria. For example, for the SEMS program in IIM Calcutta, there is also an interview. So there could be additional things like interview, applications, etc. based on which college you are in and which college you are aiming to go to. Now majorly talking about the expenses. So what happens is that when you go from a home university to host university, your academic expenses are sort of covered. So your tuition fee, any exam fee, any other fee that is there, that is completely covered. But apart from that, you have to pay for almost everything else. You have to pay for the travel, you have to pay for the stay, food, and any internal travel that you decide to do just for tourism purposes. So all of that you have to pay. That is why exchange is not that cheap, but at least your tuition, etc., all of that gets covered. Apart from that, even fee like visa fee, etc., that also you only have to take care of. In the coming few photos, I will show you the different, what my expenses were. Essentially, I was in Europe for 100 days. I had exchanged in a university known as University of Mannheim in Germany. Over there, the courses that we took were mainly the ones which did not have a lot of attendance requirement, and we had to give like a final term exam for the same, and that was mostly it. So that is why I was able to tour around. I traveled around 19 different countries in Europe in the 100 days, and hence obviously the expenses are a little higher because when you travel around, that happens. I made a few quick analysis of the expenses, and let's just go to them then. So for me, basically, like it was for everyone else, the major components of expenses were travel and stay. Travel essentially because it includes the to and fro flights from India as well, and also we had a Europass which gave us which was sort of a pass for all the trains that run in Europe, and that is why all of this was expensive. Along with the in Europe travels, the flights to Iceland, Svalbard, etc., and all of that. Along with that, stay is obviously high because we visited so many different places, but also because we had to book one stay where we could keep all of our luggage, all of our stuff while we were traveling, because we could not travel with every single piece of item that we bought. So that is why in Germany the stay is a little high, as that was our base location of sorts. Along with that, food is a little less in general because we took a lot of ready to eat, etc., from India itself, and yeah, I mean, that is just why we were able to curb our overall expenses. Let's just see a few photos and experiences from exchange now. So that was it on student exchange. I'll see you again soon on live Q&A session Sunday 7 p.m. and also join me on the different social media channels. I have all the links in description below.